What's up, everyone? Welcome to my workout, my outside workout. You don't need a home gym to move. You don't need a home gym to move. And this is a quick snapshot of a recent workout that I did at Heritage Park. So the first minute or so is warming up, random things that I found online and done over the years. Warming up my hips earlier, warming up my wrists here, and just to get some dynamic stretching in. And you'll kind of go as we go through the video here. It's like, all right, where does the main workout begin? When does the warm-up end? It's like there's no real beginning and ending. It's just a constant fluid movement. I don't have this set routine. I have never done this specific order of exercises with these number of reps before, and I probably never will. Right? That's what is unique about this. So some of the main points I want to highlight as you see me continue to warm up here, doing some down dog and calf stretches and hips, whatever those things are called, right? I don't even know the names of these sometimes, but I just picked it up. This one's from Darren Liu Fitness. Shout out to him on Instagram. I don't know him, but I just have saved some of his stuff over the years. But like, my main point is you don't need a gym to move. You don't need a gym to move. You have decent weather, you have some grass or a mat or whatever, you can do it. So right now you're seeing some scrambling. So this is some stuff that I picked up at Musa Movement, so I might refer to that several times here and in future videos and Substack articles, etc. But this is not a form, this is not a choreographed thing. It's like whatever my body feels. There's some crab walks there, just moving around, opening up the hips. This is a little lizard walk. I think some people saw Christian McCaffrey do some this summer and they were like, oh wow, he's a beast and an animal. I'm like, yo, this has been part of it. Like, we're all doing it. Some cartwheels, some whatever those are, frog walks, I think. Opening up the hips, just loosening up, opening up the spine. Like, you don't need a gym to move. And these are things I've pieced together over the years. Functional movement, kettlebells, staff. I mean, these are not, I didn't buy any of this. I didn't buy the staff. This is a freaking stick that a branch that fell down on a hike that I did in North Carolina this past year. Right, I'm using it to stretch. You can do this. I learned this stretch at a capoeira school. You can do it without the staff, but it kind of helps keep the shape. Doing some figure eights, going both ways with the left arm, the right arm, up first, down first, etc. Working out the wrists, really important, and the stick broke. So I guess I'll have to find another stick. But that was like my warm-up one, and the good thing I have 2 sticks in the car. So bigger branch here. It looks like, obviously it's much thicker than the other one, but you can kind of tell it's like much thicker. Speaking of girth there, oh yeah. Open up the hips, barely tell the movement here. Oh yeah. 3 sets of how you like that. And then some cartwheels. Now some capoeira. So like I said, I've pieced together things over the year. So that's a meia lua de French, a kick. Just opening up the hips. You're not trying to kick anyone. You're just like setting up the spacing. And like all of this, you don't need a set routine. I was like, oh, this is what I feel like I need to do, what my body needs, and I just do it. So there's some martellos there, opening up the hips, rotating the legs. Watch some actual capoeira people do it. This is just like less than a year of training. Some meia lua de compassos there, some jingas in the middle. And then it's like, all right, I feel like I've done some leg work and opening up the hips. All right, let's do some kettlebells. So this is my normal kettlebell routine. That's a 40-pound kettlebell. So I'll do a few rows, a few cleans, a few squats, a few presses, and a few swings. So this is a 40-pound kettlebell. I'll do 3 of these, like 3 reps each movement. If I was only doing a kettlebell only workout, I would do like 8 sets of those. you know, with each arm. Some hip work here, hip compression, more hip compression. I was not able to do, like, barely lift my legs off the ground like less than a year ago, so especially in that straddle seated position. And this is, I was not even, like, I didn't even know this was a movement before, and I love doing this one. So the Rujinga into a esquiva de French into a panche. So it's like, you know, kind of a low bridge. Oh yeah, that was smooth. And then I love doing this one. This looks like a cartwheel. It kind of is, but it's really focused on one hand strengthening. So like having my entire body weight on one hand there. Doing some core work. And then back to kettlebells. And this is a 53-pound kettlebell. So again, same exercises, same movements, but here just 2 reps each. And like, you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be perfect. Again, these are all things that I've found online. I've found in movement studios. I've done for myself. I've picked up over the years at-home workouts, especially during COVID, kettlebell things that I've seen online and that too. And it's like, all right, I've done some wrist and like full body stuff. Now it's like back to like a little bit more cardio and like more fun and capoeira. So here's some kicks, some quechadas there. This one I picked up from Sean at Muso. The foot is not touching the ground ideally. Lots of hip strength there required. So try it. Your foot's probably going to touch the ground first. This one, saw online. It's like explosiveness and hip compression and legs. So again, using that branch, that staff, whatever you want to call it. Some wrist strengthening things here, and then back to cartwheels. Oh yeah. And then this one, that takes some good hip strength to land kind of in that side angle. And then these ones I really love. This is one of my favorite movements. Like cartwheel into like kind of a flip, and then you go into one of the big things I learned from Sean is like, all right, do one movement right into another. Don't view it as like one set of exercises. It's like go from one to another, and you'll actually, everything will flow better. These are windmills. I love these, really strengthening it. This one I was kind of focusing a little bit on balancing at the top and hanging there. So I can get used to that as I practice and prep for my handstand. Again, so like this, don't copy my workout. This is the accumulation of a lot of years of like just kind of experimenting, doing things on my own. And speaking of experimenting, you got to do that with movement. You got to do that with movement. And this is an example of this. I'm gonna play. This is an extended period of like the clip here. Maybe you can hear me talking, but like I'm experimenting. Like right now, I'm losing balance on this, it's called the Armada. And so that like my whole body needs to rotate, but my leg placement going one way, I think my right foot getting in front of the left, it's kind of blocking the left one from actually kicking. So I'm like losing balance and falling. So so like all these videos you see online of people, it's like, you know, they show what it is. It looks like, you know, perfect handstands, perfect, you know, kicks, all these like, it doesn't show all the work that it takes. And that's what practicing movement takes. Gotta practice it. And you may fall sometimes, you may lose balance, you will fall, you're gonna hit the ground, all this stuff. And eventually you kind of see me getting some good reps here at the end. And so here, like, I have enough knowledge of like, hey, what it should feel like for the most part. And of course, like if you have actual teachers, like they'll be able to point out, hey, focus on this, focus on that. But like, I have a decent enough knowledge of like what feels good and what looks good and feels right. It's like, oh, that looked pretty good. And then me ending with cartwheel because it's fun. And then here, maybe, you know, yoga, another inspiration for movement and exercise here, doing a crow pose, and now I'm starting to actually be able to balance and then actually move my hips up, so increasing hip strength under arm tension. Now doing some ankle jumps, so I'm just not on my feet, I'm on like the sides of my feet there. So now this is a crane, so not a crow. And then again, now here focused on not just balance and strength, but also raising the hips up a little bit. Now some more swings with the 40-pound kettlebell. I was going back and forth, alternating left and right arm. And then did some, I'm a little bit stronger on my left arm because I'm a lefty, so I balanced it out. I didn't actually do any left arms presses, so I did only right arms presses. Some core work. And then this handstand, I actually wasn't really focused on balancing. I was like really focused on hips, leading with the hips. And then now it's a kick combination of a queixada into an armada with some jingas in between. So again, one movement to the other. You can kind of see the work that I did before. It felt good. And then one of the other big things with capoeira, you want to train in a circle. You don't want to, you play it in a circle. And you're always moving angles. It's not, you're not training linearly. You're not playing linearly, so you should not be training only linearly. So here, it's like when did I actually move angles? I don't know. It's like, it's kind of, moving in between, right? It's not like, hey, it's not a form. I'm not following a set procedure here. Just like, I'm slowly making my way through, and I like did a 180 here. Oh yeah. And then here's my macaco, or at least where it is right now. The prep, and then, okay. Or, hey, someone who actually knows how to do it, let me know. Give me some tips how to do this macaco. Left arm is a little bit worse side for the macaco there. And then finally I end this with a shoulder stand, getting up there, and then doing some reps under tension, upside down with the hips, hip strengthening, hip mobility. It's a big thing here. You don't need to go to a gym to move. I've pieced things together over the years. You can do the same thing. You don't need to be perfect. There's no perfect workout. The best one is the one that you're excited to do, and I was excited to do this. This took like an hour at a beautiful park right next to our home. So, I appreciate you. Get out there and move. Get out there and move, and from that movement, find that stillness and crush the day. Let's go. Here's that balance. Peace.